What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Omen Z back. And I would like to say once again that we hit my goal of reaching the height of the subscribers I wanted to hit. We beat 65 and we actually are at like 71. The new goal is 75. We gotta at least make that, and then we'll create another one. Hopefully, I don't know, man. I don't know what the next goal could be. You know, like if we hit 75, maybe 85, or at least 80, like I'm okay with that. But if we hit 100 by the end of this month, then that's good, man. I don't even know what to say about that, but that's pretty good. But we're here with part 9 of What If Goku Was Born a Saiyan Elite. I'm going to try to finish this series quicker so I can get to making other what ifs and continue in some of the series that I already have. And so I can create the movie of this what if so it can be like in one whole entire thing. Y'all know? Well, of course y'all know. Y'all have seen those before. But yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. But with further ado, let's go into the what if. We left off on when Vegeta and Hit were fighting. And during this fight, Vegeta gains the upper hand on Hit, and he takes a page out of Raditz book of attacks, and he uses his Kai to his advantage, and he teleports all around Hit and throws attacks at him. He figures out the time skip attack pattern, and he even strikes Hit when he does it. The power of Super Saiyan Blue evolution is too much for Hit to take on, and Vegeta strikes him off the platform. Once Hit teleports back to the team of Champas, Champa threatens to destroy each and every one of the fighters, until Goku walks over there and he tells him not to do that. Champa feels that this is an insult to his power. Get away from here, mortal, before I have to destroy you alongside them. Champa puts his hand up at Goku, and Goku laughs at Champa and lets some of his power leak out of him. I don't want to become the new destroyer of Universe 6 by killing you here. The warriors of Universe 6 is completely shocked that Goku is standing up to Champa, and they're also scared of how much power is emanating off of his body. Before everything could escalate even further, Beerus lets out a terrifying scream, and Champa looks over and does the exact thing. Lord Zeno? Goku and Zeno aren't friends in this one because Goku isn't an idiot, and he doesn't go down there to talk to Zeno. But he does find this guy interested because of both destroyers being terrified of him. Zeno tells the destroyers why wasn't he invited to this tournament. It looks like it would have been a lot of fun to watch. Goku decides to speak, and he tells Zeno that there could be another one between each and every universe. And Zeno loves this idea, and he thinks about it and he disappears alongside his guards. Champa decides not to destroy his fighters, and Goku laughs and walks back over to his universe. Champa grits his teeth at Goku because he stood up to him. As Goku's walking over there to his place, Beerus and Whis looks at him, and Whis tells him, well, Kakarot, who universe do you want to take over? This one or that one? Beerus glares at Whis for this comment. Everyone then proceeds to teleport back to their universe, and a couple days later, future Gohan appears back in the past, and he tries to strike Vegeta as soon as he arrives. Gohan, what are you doing? Vegeta catches his fist, and Gohan is furious. How did you get here? Vegeta punches Gohan in the stomach, and Gohan calms down because he's winded. Gohan soon explains the whole Vegeta Black situation. Goku laughs. Well, Vegeta, somebody is pretending to be you. I wonder who's stronger, you or him. Beerus gets on the mortals about playing with time, and Kid Gohan sees and meets himself. A black rift appears in the sky, and Vegeta steps out, and Whis and Vegeta sees the same ring on his hand, and they think to themselves that this ring that he has on is from the Kais. Vegeta looks at Black, and he tells him, what is this, and how did you get this ring? Vegeta Black smiles at Vegeta, and he rushes in to fight him. Vegeta transforms into his Super Saiyan form, and he goes in to beat down Black. Vegeta doesn't give Black the time to recover or gain his composure because he consistently beats him. Because of Black fighting the original Vegeta, his body is becoming more stronger. Black knows that he has a power inside of him, but he doesn't yet know how to bring it out of him because he can't get the time to even breathe and calculate his next moves while fighting Vegeta. Before Vegeta could kill Black, a portal appears and it sucks Black back into the future. Until the next time, Vegeta, Black laughs as he gets sucked into the rift, and Vegeta is furious. After this occurrence, Beerus and Whis goes back to the universe that the time rings come from. Vegeta is also curious about this, and he tells Beerus could he come alongside him because he's interested in this whole situation as well. Beerus allows Vegeta to come, and as they arrive, they meet Zamasu and Guasu. Beerus also includes that Vegeta has trained under a Kai, and he has made some of the Kai moves some of his own. Because of Zamasu's hate of mortals, he clenches his fist at this, and Vegeta is the only one to notice this. Gowasu introduces Zamasu to Vegeta, and he thinks it would be a better way for Zamasu to understand mortals if he fought one that worked alongside a Supreme Kai just like him. Vegeta accepts this proposal, and he squares off with Zamasu, and they begin their fight. Zamasu goes in for a punch at Vegeta, but Vegeta catches his hand and kicks him away. Zamasu powers up and forms a Keyblade around his hand, and Vegeta realizes that this power feels very familiar. Beerus and Whis also notices this. Vegeta goes to transform into his Mighty Vegeta form, and Zamasu is aggravated at the power Vegeta has just summoned. Zamasu tries to cut Vegeta down, but Vegeta blocks every attack that he sends, and he counters with a punch in his face, causing Zamasu to pass out. Vegeta scoffs at Zamasu's power, and he calls him a weakling. Gowasu compliments Vegeta's power, and the trio return back to their universe. Beerus, I don't trust that Zamasu guy. His power feels like the other version of me. Takes heed of what Vegeta just said, and he decides to leave this to the mortals to entertain. Back on Earth, Gohan is there with his family, and Kid Gohan feels weird seeing an older version of himself. And Goku isn't also pleased that Gohan has come back to the past for the second time begging for help because of his weakness. Follow me, Gohan. Both Gohans look at each other in confusion of which one he's talking to, so they both follow him. Goku flies off to a forest, and the boys follow him. And once the Saiyans arrive to the forest, Goku tells the older Gohan to power up to his full power, because he's going to spar with Kid Gohan. Gohan starts to transform, and as his power rises, Goku doesn't look pretty impressed at his power, and he is disappointed in this. Future Gohan has now entered his Super Saiyan 2 form. Okay, Dad, this is my max. Teen Gohan laughs at Future Gohan because of his show of power. How is this your full power? And you're supposed to be the older version of me. Gohan looks on in confusion because the Super Saiyan 2 form was the strongest transformation when he was here the last time. Future Gohan then becomes even more confused when he sees Teen Gohan transforms into a Super Saiyan 2 as well. But he takes it a step further and adds on the Akari form with it. Teen Gohan then rushes towards Future Gohan at great speeds and delivers a thunderous right hook towards Gohan's face. Future Gohan is blown away at what just happened because he assumed that Teen Gohan would be much weaker because he's so young. Well, kid, you're better than what I expected. Maybe I don't have to go easy on you like I thought. Teen Gohan scoffs, and he begins to throw a fury of well-timed attacks at Future Gohan, and he would have a hard time defending against this. So dodging out the way and blocking some of the attacks would hurt more than Gohan would have thought. After fighting for a while, the two are seemingly evenly matched. Goku then decides to step into their battle, and he stops the entire thing by going in and catching each of their fists. Goku looks at Teen Gohan. You did well, son. Now take a break and just watch from now on. Goku directs his gaze towards Future Gohan. Now, it's my time to fight you. The ground starts to shake, and Goku isn't very happy. He's actually disappointed at Future Gohan. Uh-oh, he's mad. I feel bad for that guy. A golden aura envelops Goku's body, and he transforms into his Super Saiyan 4 state. Gohan starts to smile at his dad's power, and he tries to praise Goku. But before he could say anything, Goku appears in front of him and smashes his fist into his face. Gohan is sent flying through trees, and before he could catch himself, Goku kicks him in the back, and he goes flying once again, and he crashes into a boulder. You're weak. You let yourself and your world be taken over once again, and now you're back begging for help. Goku punches Gohan in the stomach. If you come back here one more time begging for my help while you're this weak, you're going to regret it. Goku then proceeds to punch Gohan multiple times in his stomach, and Gohan spits up tons of blood, and he puts his head down and falls out of Super Saiyan 2. Goku then walks away from Future Gohan's body, and Teen Gohan feels very sad for the future version of himself. Goku tells Teen Gohan to feed him a senzu bean. Gohan recovers and he promises his dad he'll get stronger and make him proud and not be such a disappointment. Since Gohan still has his tail, Goku decides to train Gohan so that he can gain Super Saiyan 4. Because maybe with the rage that he feels and the potential that he has the ability to exceed past the form and achieve something higher. Goku then lets Gohan know about all the steps to attain the form. Once Gohan is ready, Goku throws a fake moon into the sky and he starts to transform. Because Gohan has never mastered this form, he loses control and he starts to destroy the area. Control it, son. Goku flies in front of Gohan and he regains his senses. Gohan then powers up and he transforms into a Super Saiyan and he loses control once again. But this time, it's even worse than before since the Super Saiyan of Great Ape is so much more powerful. It takes a lot longer for him to regain his senses, but once he does, he lets out a monstrous roar into the sky and he starts to transform back into his original state. How do you feel, son? Gohan opens his fist and he looks at the fur on his body. It feels amazing. This power is overwhelming. Teen Gohan then goes in to fly towards Future Gohan and land a punch on him. But this time, Future Gohan catches his fist and they both smirk at each other because they now recognize that Future Gohan is so much more powerful. The trio all then begin to train with each other to help Future Gohan gain more control over his new power. And Gohan actually reached new heights with this new power of his. Vegeta finally arrives back to Earth and he senses the power that Future Gohan has just attained. And he smirks at the boy's growth. A couple of days later, Vegeta, Gohan, and Goku make their way back to the future, and Vegeta is the first one to fight Black. Vegeta transforms straight into his Super Saiyan Blue form, and he immediately starts to overwhelm Black. And while they're fighting, Black is growing immensely, and he grows accustomed to his Saiyan body because he's fighting the original Vegeta even more, and he eventually starts to hold his own during their battle. During the time Black was away, he started to understand more about his power and how to push himself even further. So he transforms into the Rose state and everyone is very shocked at the power that he has just shown. Now, mortals, playtime has just begun. Now you're gonna die. Black rushes in at Vegeta and he strikes him multiple times with the Keyblade and he creates the scythe that he did in the original to strike Vegeta with. Vegeta is holding his own, but Black is very strong and he can't fight against him much for long. So he gets out of the fight and Future Gohan goes in and he transforms straight into his Super Saiyan 4 state. I know with this form that his Gohan has, Super Saiyan 4 may not be superior to Blue or Rose, but it is strong because of Gohan's potential and because of how quick he grows. During the fight with Black and Gohan, Gohan actually holds his own against Black, and he surprises Black because of how strong he is now. Black eventually knocks Gohan out of the battle, and Gohan is enraged at his weakness. So Vegeta goes back into the battle, but this time, he shows off even more power than he did the last time. Vegeta lets out a roar, and he transforms once again. Vegeta transforms into Blue Evolution. And he rushes in at Black and gives him an even harder fight. And he actually is winning this time. But then the original Zamasu appears and shocks Vegeta. Zamasu? It's you! I know that you had something to do with this. Zamasu starts to laugh and he tells everyone there about the Zero Mortal operation that him and Black are going to commence. Zamasu also tells Vegeta how he's the one that stole his body. Vegeta is livid at this, and he rushes towards Zamasu and he beats him down. But as Vegeta throws attacks that will kill Zamasu, he isn't dying, and he's actually regenerating. Zamasu then starts to laugh at this, because then he tells Vegeta how he's immortal. Goku raises an eyebrow at this, and he thinks to himself that maybe he can try this new skill out that he's been working on. But he isn't ready to enter the fight just yet. The fight with Gohan and Black begins again, and Vegeta is going at it with Zamasu, breaking him down constantly. Black is overwhelming Gohan once again, and he starts to make fun of Gohan about how he's destroyed his planet and how he's going to kill everyone that he knows and loves. Gohan is beyond angry at Black and whatever he's saying, And he starts to think to himself about how he doesn't want to be a disappointment to his father anymore. So he starts to put up more of a fight towards Black. But this still does nothing for him, and Black consistently beats him down. Eventually, Black and Zamasu fuses, and they become fused Zamasu, and their power has reached new heights. And Gohan is angry at this because they keep finding ways to surpass him and beat him once again. Fused Zamasu begins to gloat about his new power, and Gohan starts to feel even more raised than what he did before, and lets out a huge roar, transforming into a new state. Goku thinks to himself that his son has did what he couldn't have done, and he feels very proud of future Gohan. Vegeta is also blown aback about the power that Gohan is letting out. As Gohan is transforming, his hair starts to grow even longer, and it turns into a white color, and his fur also turns white. Gohan has now unlocked Super Saiyan 5, and this is the first time that anyone has seen this form. This is the end for you, Black. Gohan then rushes in as Zamasu, and he starts to pummel him. Their fight goes on. Fused Zamasu begins to overwhelm Gohan once again, but it isn't how he did once before. He actually has had trouble fighting Gohan, and as a result to Gohan not giving up and continuing to fight, he forms a double Kamehameha, and he throws it towards Zamasu. Zamasu is enveloped by this attack because he can't really hold it back. Once the attack dissipates, Zamasu is left there with purple goop on one side of his body. Zamasu is beyond angry at this, so he lets out a scream and his body starts to grow. But the purple side doesn't heal back, and he's shocked at this because he's an immortal. But then he remembers that Vegeta Black isn't an immortal, and he can actually die. And he thinks to himself that maybe that side of him has died, and that's why his body is like this. Zamasu rushes at Vegeta and Gohan, and he starts to pummel them. And once the fight starts to go on for a while, they all become tired, and Gohan and Vegeta feel that they can't fight him anymore because they are exhausted. And this is when Goku takes the time to actually step into the battle. He appears in front of both of the Saiyans, and he tells them that it's his turn. Goku smirks at Zamasu, and Zamasu is angry, so he rushes in at Goku. But before he could touch him, a red fiery tornado surrounds Goku's body, and he transforms into his Super Saiyan God 4 state, and he catches Zamasu's fist. You see, I'm not like them. My power far exceeds anything that they have, and due to that, this will be the last fight that you ever fight. Zamasu starts to feel a sense of fear at the words Goku just let out, and he scoots back because of this. And Goku rushes in at him, and he strikes him in his stomach, and this leaves Zamasu spitting up blood. Zamasu regains his composure, and he starts to summon his scythe, and he tries to go in to fight Goku with it. But Goku dodges every attack that Zamasu sends, and he proceeds to strike him with attacks that leaves his body in pain. What are you? You can't be just immortal. This isn't right. I shouldn't be losing like this. Goku starts to laugh at Zamasu, and he goes in to pummel him once again. Once Zamasu is left on the ground, Goku's eyes turns purple, and he lets out a crazy laugh, and he holds out his hand towards Zamasu's face. Hakai. Zamasu starts to scream out in agony, and his body starts to dissipate into purple particles. Goku starts to laugh crazily even more, and his power starts to shoot into the air, and a destructive aura appears around his body, and his power starts to disintegrate everything around him. As this is happening, Gohan looks at his dad in pure shock, because the power that he's using now is unlike anything he has ever witnessed before. But Vegeta knows good and well what this is. Goku eventually stops charging up his power, and he comes out of the state that he was just in. He walks over to congratulate his son on the new power that he has just acquired. Gohan promises to his dad that he'll keep training and become even stronger. Goku smiles at this, and him and Vegeta return back to the past. Once the two Saiyans arrive, they meet an angry Raditz. Well, you two had to just leave me and go have all the fun to yourselves, huh? As time progresses, Goku trains more with Beerus to gain more control over his destructive power because he knows that the power could take control over him at any moment when he lets it out. This is working more with Whis to learn how to access the Ultra Instinct, and Vegeta is working on his own power with Whis, so that he won't have to step in Raditz or Kakarot's footsteps. During the Saiyan's training, the Grand Priest appears out of nowhere, and everyone is shocked at this, and Beerus forces each of the Saiyans to bow before him. The Grand Priest then tells everyone that they're going to have a preliminary